Good evening, everyone. My name is Chris Sanders, and I want to welcome you all to the Urban Spokesman. I'm giving you, micromobility users, the news you need to stay up to speed on micromobility and urban infrastructure here in New York City. All right, so the topic I want to talk about today is Um, we've got a couple of new bills coming up here for something. It's to legalize in New York State the Idaho stop. Yes, the Idaho stop. What is the Idaho stop? The Idaho stop is where it allows uh, the biker, the cyclist, the commuter, the delivery person to treat stop signs as yield signs and stop lights as stop signs. So, why do you want to? So, the question is, why would you want to do that? Why would you want to treat a stop sign as a yield sign and a stop light as a stop sign for a cyclist? And the reason why you will want to do that is you want to avoid as much interaction with cars and cyclists. You want them to as much avoid the interaction. So most of the accidents that happen between cars, pedestrian and cars and cyclists happen at intersections. What is that intersections? Stop signs and stop lights. And so, what the Idaho stop would allow cyclists to do is to um, determine if it's uh, safe for them to proceed when there's no one using the crosswalk or no cars coming in front of them on the street in front of them at an intersection. So people think, oh, well, they're just letting them get a free ride, whatever, whatever. No, no, it's about safety and preventing death and injury. And, you know, I'm sure the poor car driver doesn't want to, um, they don't want to hit anyone. They just want to get to where they're going as quickly as possible. And I can assure you, they would rather the cyclist go ahead and, in a lot of cases, go ahead and they not have to interact with them if that is at all possible. So, um, so what we have here is we have the Senate Bill S 920A for the 2021 and 2022 legislative session. Now, this is the New York State Senate website, and as you can see, it has all these bills and laws and things that they're considering. They even allow you to let your state senator know if you support the legislation or not, and give them a reason as to why you support it or not, or make a statement here. So what I wanted to do today is I want to read it. Yes, yes, I want to read it. It looks like it's short enough that I think we can read it. So we're going to come down here. The S 920A active summary relates to the operation of bicycles at stop signs and traffic control signals. So, so May is the sponsor. So they are the person who sponsored the bill. Who is that? That is Rachel May, Democrat of the 53rd Senate District. Good for her. Thank you, Ms. May. So the title of the bill: an act to amend the vehicle and traffic law in relation to the operation of bicycles at stop signs and traffic control signals. The general idea of the bill: this bill allows cyclists to treat stop signs as yield signs and a red light as a stop sign. That is just wonderful news. And I encourage everyone to support this and to go to their state senator and let them know that you support this legislation that is going to keep people safe. Again, the goal is to keep people safe, is to keep drivers out of accidents, out of financial debt, things like that, from an accident. And it's to keep everyone, all of the cyclists, all of the scooters, all of the uh, wheels, and whatever else people are doing to get from point A to point B to keep them safe. All right, summary of provisions. Section 1 amends the vehicle and traffic law to lay out procedures to allow persons operating bicycles to treat stop signs as yield signs after yielding to vehicles, other cyclists, and pedestrians, and to treat red lights as stop signs. Section 2 effective date. Justification. In many parts of New York State, cyclists and drivers share roadways. Policies that allow cars and bicycles to operate safely in close proximity are necessary as we take steps to encourage more commuter traffic via bicycle. Vehicle traffic moves much faster and sometimes more unpredictably than cycle traffic. Cyclists can find themselves at a disadvantage in traffic with safety implications for all road users. The Idaho Stop, first enacted by the state of Idaho in 1982, allows more flexibility for cyclists by conserving their momentum and helping to keep them out of the way of heavy automotive traffic. Most importantly, the Idaho Stop works. Yes, yes. Let me read that sentence again. Let's highlight it here, everyone. Most importantly, the Idaho Stop works. Yes, the conservative state of Idaho came up with good legislation. This is why you never dismiss people. Look at that. Okay, so a 2010 study by the University of California, Berkeley, found that cyclist injuries in the state dropped 14% after the law's enactment, giving cyclists greater flexibility at stop signs and stoplights will enhance road safety for both cyclists and drivers. Now, how about that? So the studies show that, uh, you know, that it works. Idaho Stop works in a year where uh, traffic fatalities, traffic collisions, drivers hitting pedestrians and cyclists. Anything we can do to reduce that significantly, like this, on on impact. Yeah, that I think that's great. I'm like, yeah, I'm supporting this. And the effective date is 30 days after becoming law. Yeah, this is wonderful. So I'm glad. I'm hoping this can finally move forward. I'm thrilled with it. Let's go. Um, Look, guys, make sure bicycle people, scooter people, the whole of the micro mobility commuter, and any driver who wants to be able to drive with less traffic, you all should be supporting this bill. um Also, we have Assembly Bill A3104A. So this is the New York Assembly version of the same bill. Relates to the operation of bicycles at stop signs and traffic control signals. Same as before. Active summary relates to the operation of bicycles at stop signs and traffic control signals. So we're going to look at the text here. introduced by an array of people. Uh, you can see them here. I'm not going to list them off. Okay. Okay. So we're just going to read the act. An act to amend the vehicle and traffic law in relation to the operation of bicycles at stop signs and traffic control signals. The people of the state of New York, represented in the Senate and Assembly, do enact as follows. Hold up. Hold up. Okay. I'm going to read it anyway. The vehicle and traffic law is amended by adding a new section 1231-A to read as follows. Special provisions for bicycles. Notwithstanding any other provision of law, a person operating a bicycle approaching a stop sign shall, before entering the intersection, either slow down to a speed reasonable for existing conditions or shall stop if required for safety at a clearly marked stop line. But if none, then shall stop before entering the crosswalk on the near side of the intersection, or in the event there is no crosswalk at the point nearest the intersecting highway where such a person operating a bicycle has a view of approaching traffic on the intersecting highway. Such person operating a bicycle shall yield the right of way to any pedestrian legally crossing the highway on which they are operating the bicycle and to any vehicle in the intersection or approaching on another highway so closely as to constitute an immediate hazard during the time such person operating a bicycle is moving across or within the intersection. Provided, however, that if such a person operating a bicycle is involved in a collision with a pedestrian or crosswalk or vehicle in the intersection after operating a bicycle past the stop sign without stopping, such collisions shall be deemed prima facie evidence of their failure to yield the right of way, notwithstanding any other provision of law except when directed to proceed by a police officer. Every person operating a bicycle approach explanation blah blah blah. I don't know what this means exactly, this weird text here, but all right. So a bicycle approaching a steady, oh, okay, I see. They did some kind of update here. So let me reread this part. Notwithstanding any other provision of law except when directed to proceed by a police officer, every person operating a bicycle approaching a steady circular red signal or red arrow signal of a traffic control signal shall stop at a clearly marked stop line, but if none, then shall stop before entering the crosswalk on the near side of the intersecting highway where such a person has view of approaching traffic on the intersecting highway, and after having stopped, may cautiously enter the intersection to proceed straight through or turn left or right unless a sign at such place prohibits either such turn. Such person operating a bicycle shall yield the right of way to pedestrians within a marked or unmarked crosswalk at the intersection and shall yield to any vehicle which has entered the intersection from another highway or which is approaching so closely on said highway as to constitute an immediate hazard during the time when such person operating a bicycle is moving across or within the intersection. This act shall take effect on the 30th day after it shall have become law. Okay, yes. Yes. Love it. Love it. Um So yeah, so I am all about this. This Assembly A3104A and Senate Bill S920A. I encourage everyone in the bike community to support the Idaho stop in New York. Yes, the Idaho stop is proof that um, you know good ideas can come from anywhere and everywhere, and as long as we keep our eyes and ears open, we can accept them. All right, so everyone, let's make it a great day and have a great Memorial weekend. And again, you can go to the New York State Senate website and let your state senator, let your assembly person know. They can even find who, if you don't know who your state senator is or who your assembly person is, it will automatically they will find it for you based on the address that, you know, you put in there. You put in your address and they will find it, and they will they will get the information that you support the bill and that you want them to be there supporting it too, and supporting safety for bicycles, for pedestrians, safety for drivers also. So let's make it a great day.